Hello, welcome to Look Trades Trading channel, where I am trying to figure out whether I can turn trading into full-time income. I'm trading from Australia and I am trading US market, which means late nights for me. This week, unfortunately, I wasn't able to create videos every day because of my day job. I was traveling and working, and I was working a lot. I managed to find some time for trading, not a lot though, but I'm still happy to share the results, and I think this week was pretty good. I have managed to make some progress in terms of entries. I still made some mistakes, which I'll talk about, and I'm tracking all my trades. I added few new trades that helped me understand what mistakes I was doing before. I'm going to start from the scratch. So the whole week was pretty much break even. I started on Monday, just one trade and 35 shares, and had a nice profit here. Tuesday, no trade day. Now here on Wednesday, I had a very long day at work and I really wanted to trade. As soon as I sat down to trading on Wednesday, I saw a perfect setup that I just missed, and I didn't want it to chase it, but I was tired. It wasn't a perfect day for me. It was a very long day for me at work. So I entered another one that wasn't perfect and I shouldn't have entered it. So that's what happened here. That's why the losses. I shouldn't have entered it. I made a mistake. It's fine. It's okay. I know not to do it, but for some reason I did it anyway. Now here on Thursday was actually pretty good day and there were two really good setups. Unfortunately, I messed up both of them. First one I have entered, and even though it was a good entry, it spooked me a little bit. So I exited with 2 cents of profit, and I could have captured 20 cents easily on the first trade. Second trade, I've captured a bit more, but still very little. So the whole thing went $1 up and I just captured a tiny portion of that. So the entries are fine, but the exits were bad. And here on the last day, on Friday, I've entered the first trade, which I know it wasn't exactly in my rule book, but I still entered it to test it and it didn't work. So it's fine. It didn't work. The next trade I entered, it did work very nicely. So overall, this should be a green day, but because of the commissions, it turned out to be a red day. So overall, the whole week was pretty poor. 2 mistakes in a week I could have avoided. But I'm really happy because I didn't make a huge mistake. I didn't make a big mistake like last week, which took me back a lot. So this week, even though there was a small green day here, a bit of a mismanaging of exits. So what's my focus now? So I forgot to change those numbers here. Sorry, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 Friday. That's better. Okay, so I started on the 9th and the trades on the 9th, one trade on the 9th is here, AGH, pretty decent profit, one entry at 681 and one exit at 729 and second exit at 716. Now this was the bad trade that I was actually with the same stock that I missed the move, but it just happened to produce a similar thing later on and I thought I'll jump in, but I shouldn't. So I lost here. Next on Pola, that was a really nice trade, but I messed it up. I messed up my exit. I got spooked when it slightly dipped. Instead of just waiting through it, I was still above my entry, but I just got scared and I exited. And with the next trade here, ATPC, it was actually, this thing went up $1 and I only captured, as you can see, 20 something cents, maybe 30, and on a small position 25 shares. So kind of messed up the exit as well, although at least this is a decent per share profit here. ELPV, that was Friday. Now this thing, I knew this is not gonna work. The volume was very low. I still decided to test it. I'm documenting all my trades, all my entries, exits, etc., and I'm making a database. So that's definitely gonna impact the future trades, which I'm happy because that's a lesson. Unfortunately, I lost. It's a small loss, 12 or 13 or 14 cents actually here. So here I lost 14 cents, but with the next trade, as you can see, I bought 161 and I sold 175 by 94. That's 18 cents profit. So that's the same day. And this day should be green because I lost 14, I won 18. But Weeble's commissions, especially on such a small positions, just eaten all the profit. So, but that's okay. I'm really happy with my entries right now, to be honest. Of course, I still made mistakes that I shouldn't, but I have refined my entries to the point where I'm pretty confident with them. But now, the biggest issue for me is the exits. I see the stocks that I'm capturing, often big potential, but I haven't learned yet to capture it properly. My next challenge is to learn to properly exit and hold it through the ups and downs until my target. It's a very difficult task from psychological point of view because none of those stocks, none of this price movement is going straight up. It's always a bumpy road, so you have to hold through those bumps, and I'm trying to. I can see progress. I'm holding a little bit longer now, first or often second pullback, but it's still not enough. It's still not there, and when I look at my stats, I'm just not capturing even 1R at this stage, which many of those stocks goes way above 1R, so whatever my risk is, often the profit is much higher, and that's the main meat of my strategy. There's not many entries, but when I find a good entry, it can go to 2, 3, 4, 5, often even 6 times my risk. So that's the goal, to hold it longer and capture as much of the potential as I can. Nevertheless, busy week for me, so like I said, I didn't document much. I just did 1-2 trades per day, as you can see, so pretty small amount of trades, which is good. The week was pretty cold anyway, so I'm happy I was busy, and I'm coming back on Monday and will keep updating you. It's actually it's going to be 16, so I need to update my calendar, but this is the plan for the next week, to keep going. And since I feel like my entries are good now, I still have to work on my discipline, and there is still a setup that makes me wonder, that I'm not sure of, and those setups I do test. Like there was a setup here on Friday, the first trade. I knew this is not exactly my rule set. I wasn't sure what to do with, so I tested it. It didn't work, and now I know this is not within my strategy, but that's how you do it. I pretty much, this is not the strategy I come up with, but I am rediscovering it and creating my own data set. And I think that in the long run, I think this is going to be much more powerful than just copy someone's strategy and just blindly execute it, because this is very difficult. But if you really want to develop your own, then I think that can have an edge. And I'm trying to be very diligent when it comes to documenting my trades, and hopefully it's gonna pay off soon. We'll see. Next week ahead of us, so I will speak to you on the 16th. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy, and see you on the Monday.